back to day 11 of our Future Focus Challenge. Y'all, we in the double digits now.
Yes.
So that means we are closer to 14 than we are to 1.
Very close. We're in the home stretch to find a leg aid.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
And so if this is the first time you're seeing us, well, first of all, I'm Cherie.
I am Keishel.
And we are here to serve you in week 2 of our 2-week challenge. So if this is the first time you're seeing us, then of course, I've said it every day, but for you, I want you to go back and start from day 1 and go from there to today. And that's because we have strategically placed each day in a sequence to allow you to get the best use or the best experience from the Future Focus Challenge. So with that said, and y'all, I'm happier now, and you know, I got my best life. I know, right? Yesterday was woo.
You are
okay. Thank you. Okay. So Keishel, tell them what they're gonna experience today.
So, you know, we talked about clarity. We talked about clarity part 2. We
Yes.
talked about potential part 1. Today is potential part 2. And why part 2? Because again, the work that we're giving you in this challenge is really a snippet of the work that we will go into or could go into or we do go into to make it real fast. It's something that you can begin to take simple, remember the small steps.
Yep.
Small steps towards it, right? And so today's potential part 2, and I personally, I love them all. If perhaps I've said that already. But I really like this particular challenge.
Yeah.
You know why?
Why?
I'm a teacher. I'm a trainer.
True.
So,
and I can see how that connects. Okay, I get it. I get
that's
it.
what I do for a living. Yeah.
I love it because it ain't yesterday. That's really why I love it.
I love the fact that you were uncomfortable yesterday.
Yeah, and that we're real folks. We are here. What you see is nothing like curated. This is truly organic.
Yeah.
We're responding to your questions and your needs, but we're also putting ourselves through this process as we speak it to you.
Yeah, and so, you know, when you think of potential, one of the area that we're going into today is identifying the skills you need to achieve that goal. Now, let me take a step back. There are 2 quotes. If y'all don't know me by now, I'm a book junkie and I'm a quote junkie.
And a tech junkie.
Okay? So the 2 quotes that I think is so fitting for this particular challenge is one, of course, by Dr. Miles Monroe.
Absolutely.
And I love that he says this, and he says, your potential is all that you are, but have not yet become.
I love that.
It's one of those quotes that makes you think. It's all that you are, but have not yet become.
I think that's a quintessential future focus quote.
Yeah.
What y'all think, folks?
And that's why I've always remembered it. You know,
Yeah.
you're all of this, but you're not this yet.
Yeah, that's right.
And the second one is by Will Smith. And he says,
Getting
set
jiggy
a
with it.
goal so big that you can't achieve it until you grow into the person who can.
Ooh, hit him with it again. Hit him with it again.
Set a goal so big and that you can't achieve it until you grow into the person you can.
Wow. You know, that would actually cause me to sit down and close my eye and just have, I could vision it. Yeah. Okay.
So this challenge is growing into that person, becoming that person. And one way to do that, you know, we talked about the thoughts, the beliefs that prevent you from becoming that person or prevent you from making your dreams real. Today's challenge is identifying what skills you need to achieve the goals that you want. So let's give them some examples, right? Me, right? 2020, 2021, one of my big dreams, the area that I'm focusing on right now, outside of body and wellness, is still, of course, livelihood and lifestyle.
Absolutely.
And that is to build well-run global education and training company. So my company is called the Training Authority. We work with people in corporate and we help to develop their staff in multiple ways. I'm a skills trainer. That's why I love this particular challenge. And so my goal is to be a really good leader to lead the people in my organization so I could, continue to maximize my purpose, etc. And so when I look at my big vision to build this global organization, this world-class education company, I need to become a better leader in order to lead my team.
Yeah, because it's no longer just Keshell, it's Keshell and the team.
Yeah, I remember when it was just me.
Yes.
Now it's me, Marie, Rain, it's all of these people, and more people are being added to my team. And I'm like, look, I can't operate the way I used to.
Right.
I need to become a better leader.
Yes.
And so the skills I need to develop is my leadership skills. So for me, I'm looking at leadership workshops, I'm reading leadership books, I'm finding leadership mentors, and I am identifying not even the broad area of leadership skills, but what areas of leadership that I need to drill down even more on, right? And so that's just one example. Give me an example that comes to mind.
Well, I can bring an example for any of you that are probably sitting there and saying that, well, this is all well and good, but financially I need to get myself out of debt. Well, a simple way of doing that is learning how to budget, how to create a budget, and then how to go ahead and live, whether it's by the cash envelope system or any other system of budgeting that you choose to do, to carry that out and then do the assessments at the end of the month. That may sound simple, but it's a skill that needs to be learned. It's a skill that needs to be honed, right? And then, of course, if you're not in debt, but you want to build wealth, then you probably need to learn a little bit more about investments and understanding the different type of portfolios and the ways that they can help you create wealth. So that's a technical,
so much examples.
For me, technically, I want to do a little bit more. There's a digital presence that I want to bring to the table. And so that requires me to setting up and understanding more of how I can make myself digitally present online, payment processors, the whole social media marketing, all of that good stuff. That requires me to technically step up my game in 2021.
Improve your digital skills.
Absolutely.
In relationships, all of the people that if that's a life area that you're focusing on, one big skill is communication skills, which is
absolutely.
How do I communicate better? There's courses, there's workshops on communication, right? When you think of body and wellness, you might say, hey, my dream is to have a fit body and all of that stuff. I perhaps need to improve my running skills. I need to improve my cooking skills.
Nutrition, understanding, all of that. So that is meditation.
Meditation.
Yeah.
That's a skill.
That is.
Skill. Yoga. That's a skill.
Well, she can keep the yoga.
Look, that's a skill.
So those are all ideas and examples. And when you sit down with it, this is actually kind of good, because then it starts to help put in framework some of the next steps that you're going to eventually have to do to become, like Will Smith said. What did he say again?
Man, he said to grow into the person who can achieve the goals. Set a goal so big that you can't achieve it until you grow into the person that you can. And that's perhaps why people don't achieve their goals, because they're not growing into the people.
Did somebody get an aha moment in there? If you did, put it in the comments, please.
It's so ironic. I've taught skills for 17 years, right? So that's my business. I teach companies, I go into companies, teach them skills. And I remember it was around that 2015 mark when I started to work with Sharon Lecter, and I shared the story of expanding my vision, I think, on one of the calls. And that's when I had the aha moment for me, and I'm like, why am I teaching these people the skills when they don't even know why they want the skills? Like, they don't know the vision, the goal behind it. They just want a skill because you're told to have it, but why do you truly want it? And this is what this challenge will do. Now, once you've identified the skills, we don't have time to go into it today, but now you determine how you achieve those skills, right? And there are lots of ways to achieve those skills. Workshop, you can hire it done. So there's lots of things that we won't go into today. But today's challenge, today's mission is to take 5, 10, 15 minutes, okay, grab a cup of coffee, something that you love to drink, and write out, based again on the core life area that we are focusing on this week, is what are the skills that I need to develop in order to become the person that will achieve the vision, the goals, the life that I have for my future. Very simple, easy one today.
Yes.
I think it's easy.
Well deserved after the week we had, but nonetheless equally important. So I think that Keishel has explained it all. I think we've given you good examples. And so it has brought us to the end of day 11. Can you guys believe it? Oh my gosh. We made it thus far. But guys, if you think that this is good, wait till you see what we got for the next couple of days ahead.
And celebrate. Congratulate yourself for coming this far. If you're watching this video and you've done the work, celebrate, because you've done a lot. You've taken a lot of critical steps to get to the future that you want.
Absolutely. And so with that said, we will release you now to go and do the work. So take care. Bye.
Bye.